Imagine graduating high school with big dreams for your future, but instead of focusing on your goals, you're overwhelmed by one question: how am I going to afford college? For many students in America, this is just not a question. It's a barrier that stops them from pursuing higher education and getting a degree. This issue matters because college tuition continues to rise, and millions of students are forced to either take on a massive debt or give up on their education entirely. Even if you're not personally affected right now, chances are someone you know is or will be in the future. I believe college tuition should be free in America because it would increase access to higher education for everyone. It would reduce student loan debts on graduates and create a smarter workforce that can help the economy grow. I have carefully researched this topic by analyzing the rising cost of higher education, the impact of student loan debt on graduates, and the role education plays in strengthening the workforce and economy, giving me a well-rounded understanding of why this issue matters. During this presentation, I will explore the following: increase access to higher education for students, reduce student loan debts, and create a smarter workforce helping the economy grow. Increase access to higher education for students. Many students cannot afford college due to rising tuition costs. College tuition has increased significantly over the years, making it harder for middle and low income families to afford higher education. According to the average cost of college and tuition, the average cost of college in the United States is $38,270 per student per year, including books, supplies, and daily living expenses. The average cost of college has more than doubled in the 21st century. The compound annual growth rate of tuition is 4.4%. Even with financial aid, many students still face large gaps in funding, forcing them to work multiple jobs or give up on college entirely. If college were free, students from all backgrounds would have equal access to education. A student's future would no longer depend on their family's income. Instead, it would depend on their motivation, effort, and ability. According to free college tuition should be celebrated and expanded. The article states that free tuition is having a moment in Maine higher education and that can have a huge impact for Maine students. The Maine community college system has already seen how its free tuition has helped bolster enrollment, and that free tuition movement can have an even greater impact for Maine young people, furthering their education as two private institutions unveil new programs. In addition, free college would help close the education gap between wealthy and low income communities. More people would have the opportunity to gain skills, pursue careers and degrees, and improve their lives. Now that I have spoken about increasing access to higher education for students, I will talk about how making college free to students can reduce student loan debts. Reduce student loan debts. Student loan debt is a major financial problem for graduates. Many students graduate with tens of thousands of dollars in debt, which can take years, even decades, to repay. According to Higher Ed Reliance on Student Loans and the Student Loan Debt Crisis, the article states that the U.S. student loan debt crisis has grown into a national emergency, with higher education's increasing reliance on federal loans placing unsustainable financial pressure on borrowers. In fact, more than 1.6 trillion in federal student loan debt now weighs on more than 40 million Americans. This debt creates stress and limits people's abilities to make important life decisions like buying a home or starting a family. According to the article, The Rising Cost of College Tuition, it states that over the past 20 years, tuition has more than doubled at both public and private schools, driven in large part by an increase in schools' cost. and tuition rates have risen so fast that they have outpaced grants, loans, state appropriations, and other subsidies to schools, as well as aid to students and their families. Free tuition would eliminate or greatly reduce this problem. Graduates would be able to start their careers without the pressure of paying off large debts. By eliminating tuition costs, the government would remove a major barrier to long-term financial stability for young adults. It would make life less stressful and give people more freedom to follow their dreams after graduation. Now that I have spoken about the student loan debt, I will talk about how free college can create a smarter workforce and help the economy grow. Create a smarter workforce helping the economy grow. Education leads to a more skilled and knowledgeable workforce. College graduates bring critical thinking skills, innovation, and expertise to their careers. According to how college contributes to workforce success, Susan Fortain states, it is safe to say that employers seek applicants with a particular type of education. According to the report, in other words, employers seek liberally educated job candidates. The report strongly suggests that a liberal education will pay off and students will obtain the return on investment they expect after graduation. Free college would help more educated workers improve productivity and help industries grow and develop. Higher education levels often lead to higher earnings, which increases spending and boosts economic growth. According to Claudia Alvarez, she states that employment doesn't always equate to success, but a college degree offers individuals a competitive advantage in the workforce and provides greater benefits for those who have completed their post-secondary education. Free college would help businesses benefit from skilled workers, making the country more competitive and successful on a global level. To sum it all up, making college tuition free in America is not just an idea. It is a solution that can change millions of lives and shape a better future for our country. Free college would increase access to higher education by giving every student, regardless of their financial background, the opportunity to succeed. It would reduce the overwhelming problem of student loan debt that holds graduates back for years. And it would create a smarter and more skilled workforce that strengthens our economy and benefits society as a whole. As students, future workers, and people of this country, we should support the idea of free college and advocate for change. Whether it's through conversations, voting in the future, or simply spreading awareness, we all have a role or part in shaping an education system that is fair and accessible for everyone. Education should never be something people are forced to give up because of money. It should be an opportunity that opens doors, not one that creates barriers. When we make college free, we're not just helping students. We're unlocking potential, strengthening our future, and building a better country for generations to come. Thank you.